Oh no, mai, hara mai, hoki mai, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the last game on day two. It's a big one too. Everyone's been waiting for this one. When we saw it on the schedule, two very big boppers on the scene, going to face off each other. Was scheduled for 5 o'clock. As you can see, it is Man Albert Ramblers taking on Porirua City United. The big game, game 43 here this evening. I'm Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper. And great to have you along for this evening's match. Really is cool to have you along for it. We'll be joined by Robbie Easthope in a little bit. He's just watching Hutt Valley Marist out on the Outer Diamonds, and he'll come in at a later stage once they're all taking care of business over there. Hope you don't mind a little bit of panting. Just kind of made myself way into the studio, and I'm going to get Michelle Keane to pass me that iPad over there, if you don't mind. A fantastic game. These two big boppers, as I mentioned, really are two of the tall-tailed timbers when it comes to national softball here in New Zealand. Mount Albert Ramblers undefeated for the first day and a half of play. Looking into business, a couple of shortened games because of the runs they've scored. I expect nothing less than a fantastic match here, and I'm just going to get the scoreboard reset for Diamond 1. Fantastic. Really is cool to have you along here as we will take care of business. Let's go through the lineups for you as we see that one come off the screen. So that'll allow the lead-off banner for Man Albert Ramblers, Oscar Clark, down to first base. Let's set the rest of the lineup offensively for Man Albert Ramblers for you. Brock Evans, he's hitting in the 2 spot now. Reese Evans, his brother, who's at second base, hitting 3. Jack Beesgrove, the Australian pitcher, will be slugging from the clean-up spot here this evening. Connor Peter will be hitting 5. Max Rice is in the 6th spot. Floyd Nola at 7. Max Early and Ryan Early will round out the batting order for the boys from Mount Albert Ramblers. We have a look at the defensive lineup for Porirua, or PCU, as they're commonly known, and just letting the boys know, scoreboard's ready to rock and roll when you are. Mind you, you've got Chopper operating the scoreboard, so anything could happen here. Difficult play. Manson, experts, maturely plays that one to get the out at first base, but they do move Clark over to second. So one away here. Top of the first innings. Great to have you along, as I mentioned. Really is cool to have you with us. A little bit of breeze there, as you can hear, just coming up through. That wind is blowing in from right field through to home plate. Coming off the late lake here at Rosedale Park. Rosedale Lake, I tell you what, be a brave man to be sailing out there today. The swing and a miss on the next pitch. Reese Evans. Had the pleasure of having Reese in the commentary booth for a chat earlier on today, and real insightful young man is Reese. I said to him, "Bud, are you aged out of U23s?" He goes, "Chopper, I'm 31. Okay, just." But got a chance to share the story of the success of Mount Albert Ramblers over this, we'll call it a dynasty of time, and attributed Mount Albert Ramblers' success to quite a number of things. This one's high. Camped underneath it is Greasy, the centre fielder. They'll take the outs. No chance for the runner to advance. So 2 away here. Defensively, let's set them. Was Greasy at centre. To his left field is Ollie Smith. Right is Tikahui Bishop. Hock on a third base is the experience of Gene Robinson. Shortstop is Kiharua Landon Lane, the youngster getting a start at shortstop today. Second base is Ricky Manson. So a fine play from him. And then it is big Wayne Ulu over at first base. Behind the dish doing the catching is Mason Carey. Hard hit ball goes down the line, and the story of this domestic season, in my mind anyway, is the pitcher here for Porirua, and that is Jaden Harris. An exceptional season. The growth of him this winter to the pitcher I've seen him this summer has been huge, and rightly called up into the New Zealand Major Sox team to head away to Colombia in approximately about a month's time. So exciting times ahead for the pitcher from Porirua. This one fouls off. Talking about pitchers, it is Jack Beesgrove batting here in the clean-up spot for Mount Albert Ramblers. Beesgrove doesn't need too much of an introduction, but what he may need is one in the batter's box. Fouls this one back. And I mean that respectfully. Of course, he's arguably considered one of, if not the best pitcher in the world right now, is Jack Beesgrove. Him and Marco Diaz with a 1-2 punch, but while there's a couple of others coming from South America that are probably looking for that title at the moment, to be fair. The young Mexican coming through the system, he looks pretty good. Young Para with his jump out to the side and funky change up. He's got some goods, and he'll take a while for him to get to the top of the table, but he's heading an upward curve, that's for sure. No balls and 2 strikes. Harris is not the type of pitcher to just flirt around the zone. Comes right at batters. Waste pitch outside. Porirua, the runner-up of the Wellington and Intercity competitions. Mount Albert Ramblers, the runner-up to the Auckland competition. So they have something in common. This one looks right down Main Street. Boy, oh boy, that was close. I wonder if we can get another look at that last pitch, because that was close. Right at the top of the letters, but woo! So 2-2 the count now. And a swing and a miss and a change-up will take care of business. And that'll also take care of the top of the first innings. We'll see Jack Beesgrove out on the hill when we come back. Porirua will look to make their mark from the batter's box. See you soon.
Sometimes virtual reality begs for more reality. Jack Lynx is good with it.
Well, Mount Albert Ramblers, they come in flocks and they come in droves. Mr. Kinghorn in the background there, a few of the royalty when it comes to the big R for respect, R for the 80th Jubilee. Congratulations to the Mount Albert Ramblers on their beautiful celebration of this year, and they have celebrated all summer long, and good on them too. Great to have you along for it, ladies and gentlemen. The crowd is coming in for the big game because Jack Beesgrove is on the hill for Mount Albert Ramblers. He's supported by a great defence, left to right in the outfield for them. It is Ryan Early, and at centre field is Floyd Nola. Right fielder is Maddox Rice. Hot corner third base, it's Oscar Clark, and then it's the Evans-a-thon. It is Brock at shortstop, Reese at second base, and Connor Peden looking for an Evans last name, but he's at first base. Anyway, Max Early's behind the dish, and on the hill, as we mentioned already, the right-hander from Australia, Jack Beesgrove. Offensively from Porirua, Damon Creasy, the inspirational centre fielder, leads off. Ollie Smith's in the 2 spot. The dangerous Toyota Bishop, Wayne Laolu, Ricky Manson, they're in the 3 to the 5. That's the key to this batting lineup. Takahui Bishop 6, Mason Carey's in 7, Ki Harbour, Landon Lane, the youngsters hitting 8, and Gino Robinson is rounding up the batting order for the boys from Porirua as the first pitch comes down in the bottom of the innings, just outside the zone. And if you hadn't had the pleasure of seeing Jack Beesgrove a pitch, well, boy, oh boy, he is something to be wondered, that is for sure. Swing and a miss on the outside edge. Jack Beesgrove can get the lifter working well and locating. That's what makes him one of the best pitchers in the world. There's a high lifter, taken respectfully. Just correction that count. 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Got a good group of umpires out there this evening. We'll introduce them to you when we get a chance. And there's a rise ball right through the kitchen sink. And Jack Beesgrove says, thanks for coming. We'll see the next candidate. One away here. Mentioned the umpires. We've got a good crew out there today. And if we look at our umpires out there behind the dish, is Dave 14. He'll ring them up on that strikeout pitch. Down at first base, we've got a visitor. We'll put the graphic up so I remember who they are. But we've got some fantastic umpires out there this evening. This one takes up top. So I mentioned we had Dave 14 behind the dish umpiring, and the other umpires out there today. Andy McManus is over at third base, and Steve Gallagher visiting our shores. Great to have his services. Carolyn McQueen was going to be the official scorer. Some of the diamonds have had a delay in their play, especially on the outer diamonds. Even this one is running a bit late. And so Carolyn McQueen is out, and Kevin Childs is in. So great to have them in here. Thank you to your services, our Kaiwawao umpires and official scorers. Swing and a miss. Ollie Smith trying his first attempt at Beesgrove. 2-1 the count on him. And a big swing as that one comes in. And there's that rise ball. If you swing at that, you're going to have a tough day. That one up on the leaders. You really got to take that out of the equation. Poison ready. Got the signal. A little shake of the left leg. You see that? Oh, low lifter. Just pushed a little wide outside. You can see our home plate umpire's got the VIP seat. Now camera at centre field is a little off centre on purpose. You can see this one just outside. Nice frame attempt from early behind the dish. These goes like, you sure? And he'll come back with a drop ball on the inside and say, yeah, nah, I am sure, Chopper. 2 away now. Both via the strikeout. He'll head back to the dugout, but he'll pass on the opportunity to arguably one of the power hitters in New Zealand and the world these days, ex-Boston Red Sox, Toyota Bishop. Takes the first pitch up top. Beesgrove rears back. Bishop is ready. There's the low lifter on the outside edge, and he clips it this time. You see Twitter Bishop just nod. Okay, sure. I like that about Twitter. Doesn't argue a call. Holds back on the rise ball up in the air. That rise ball really's got some kick. Twitter Bishop. Powerfully built man. Set and go. Right at the back of the batter's box, isn't he? Takes another one, and that'll be 4 balls for the walk, actually. And down to first base he goes. Take off the armoury. With the pace of Jack Beesgrove. Look at that front foot. Jingos. That's got some air time. Michael Jordan would be jealous of the giddy up there from Jack Beesgrove. So down at first base goes Bishop, and they'll bring out the designated runner for him. That is Naru Robson. As a big swing from Wayne Laulu. I'll tell you what, Wayne Laulu's backswing's faster than my front forward swing. And you can almost feel the wind pressure up here in the booth. Right on the top of this stadium here at Rosedale. Oh, we got a replay of that rubbish blowing across the screen because apparently that was enough for the catcher from that Albert Ramblers. Say, can we just wait? There's a bit of rubbish there. Tidy Kiwi is young Max early. Beesgrove ready now. So is Wayne Laulu. Leans back. Takes this up top. Overthrown drop ball. So 1-on-1 the count now. Beesgrove knows he's got a lift against quality international hitter like Laulu. Teammates in the Gremlins for quite a while, actually. Big Wayne, no batting grip needed, no batting gloves needed. Meat cleavers around that twig in his hand. Hard up the middle and it's straight into Beesgrove's glove. Fantastic from the Australian hurler, defensively looking after himself. And that'll do us through the bottom of the first innings. No score in this big one. Mount Albert Ramblers and Porirua. Plenty to come, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. Day 2. And it's the Men's Club Championship.
Being a Mount 2 local, supporting our community is at the heart of everything we do. From the Arohanui Hospice, Just Silch and Replay connecting second-hand sports gear, we make giving back our mission. Thank you for all the great feedback with over 1,500 5-star reviews. It's a great reward for our team that their hard work is acknowledged by our customers. And now with the addition of Order Care, we're a one-stop shop. The team are proud to have grown alongside the community, and with your continued support, we look forward to the journey ahead.
No more hook away. Welcome back. Top of the second innings. It'll be Connor Peden, Maddox Rice, and Floyd Nola. 1, 2, and 3 here for the defending champions, Mount Albert Ramblers, running undefeated through a day and a half of play. Up against a big foe here, though. and Porirua, PCU. And boy, oh boy, I tell you, they're built like brick houses, just like the centre field there, Damon Cressy. You can't see through them, can you? You can see the camera right there to his left-hand side. Hey, Damon, just a little bit to your left, buddy. Just joking. You play wherever you like. We'll shoot around you, no problems whatsoever. Hope you're enjoying the coverage, ladies and gentlemen. This one is taken up top. It's our privilege to bring that to you, of course, Beyond the Dugout, broadcasting in conjunction with the North Harbour Softball Association, a presentation of Softball New Zealand's Men's Open Club National Championship. Little curvy action just outside the zone. Of course, you want to watch any other games that are going on the outer diamonds, just head along to the Softball New Zealand YouTube channel. And that one comes through the zone to take care of business. So one away here as Peden will go down on strikes. Maddox Rice now. Some of those diamonds out in the outer fields, it looks like PCU Devils have finished their game against the Papakura Patriots. Tough work for Patriots. Had to go back-to-back games. 10-2 victory to PCU Devils. Hutt Valley Marist taking on Auckland Marist. It's a Marist-a-thon. Bottom of the sixth over there. 5-4 to Auckland over Hutt Valley at the moment. Dead balls. This one comes off the leg. And over on Diamond 2, they've got a final score. Porirua Albany taking on East Coast Bays. A close game, gone all the way to a tiebreaker. And Porirua taking care of business in the tiebreaker. 5-0, they run out victors in that one. So some great games going on here on day 2. The conclusion of day 2. 5-day tournament. This one's taken outside. 5-day tournament here at the Men's Club Nationals. 22 teams in attendance. We have one more round of pool play. That's at 9 o'clock tomorrow. Then everyone will get a break for a time slot while the powers that be figure out the X, Y, and Z's of which playoff section they go into. So each pool, the two top teams will go off to the top section. The top 8, Super 8 we call it. And they will play off to try and get into that semi and grand final. Outside, of course, that grand final scheduled for Sunday. Top of the second innings, Gene Lutton, player coach. Robinson, apologies, this one fouls back. Player coach for Porirua. Great to see the youngsters in Porirua get an opportunity. Mason Carey behind the dish. Kiki, or Kiharoa, Landon Lane, the shortstop. 2 of the youngsters on the crew. This one fouls off. Jaden Harris has had an exceptional summer, the youngster. Mentioned his selection for New Zealand. A reward for that work. Tries to get the bottom edge of the zone. Can't quite squeeze it in there. So a walk issued to Rice. And that'll bring up Mr. Versatile, Floyd Nola. Playing centre fielder today, but also pitches at an elite level. And then the most professional designated runner, well, I say that in the sense of the tenure that he's carried that mantle, Blake Wardrobe. He comes in to run at first base for Rice. Here comes Kiki, 1. And Manson will just take care of business, get that lead out. So Wardrobe was out there for 1 pitch. Fielder's choice for Floyd Nola. 6-4, keeping score at home. Max Early now. You can see right there, Manson thinks wisely. One's enough right now. 2 away. All down low. Young Max, a young entrepreneur, started his building business this past summer. So if you're looking for any alteration work and maybe a new deck, new fence, some cabinetry, look up Max Early and his building business in the greater Auckland area. He'll take care of business for you. Outside. Of course, following in the footsteps of his father, Ricky Early, New Zealand represented himself. Went away to the Junior World Cup just a couple of wee cycles ago, Ricky. Also a fantastic commentator. Off and running on the pitch. And he'll get one, looking for 2. Nola going to 3. And he will squeeze on into third base. You can look at the pace here, the throw just off to the left-hand side away from Manson, the second baseman. And then Nola, he doesn't hesitate here, does he? Up and running. Head down, arms pumping, legs driving. Safely at third base. This one fouls off. There's Diamond 2 action for you. Remember, over there is a new game going to start shortly. We'll give you an update who's playing. Oh, it's Albion. That's right, Albion over on Diamond 2. And earlier we'll pick up the walk. He'll head down to first base. So they've got him cornered now, does Mount Albert Ramblers. Runners at 1 and 3. Just got to organise the scoreboard. Someone forgot to do it for them, didn't he? We'll make sure that's looked after for Diamond 2. And just time called here with runners in the corners, 2 outs in the top of the second innings. Opportunity defensively maybe to do something. Opportunity for Mount Albert Ramblers offensively to do something. Who will play the perfect move on the chessboard right now? First pitch is down low to Ryan Early now. The 2-down runner out at first base. That is Maddox Rice running. So Nola at 3, Rice at 1, and Early at the plate in the batter's box. This one's down low. The runner will go down to second base. This one lifts up. Coming a long way, Bishop, and he will make the grab. Fine work by the right fielder from Porirua. And that'll do us through 1.5. There's no score in this big matchup on day 2. Mount Albert Ramblers and Porirua. Porirua set up three of their best here in the bottom of the second innings. It'll be Ricky Manson, the second baseman, Kahui Bishop, with a great catch at right field, will be hitting two, and Mason Carey, the youngster catcher, will be the first three batters for Porirua here as they combat the pitching of Jack Beesgrove. Big match up here this evening. Rise ball outside, can't quite get it to land. Well, you can hear the chatter and the chanting from Porirua. Of course, they lead in the dugout by one of the best teammates in Wayne Laulu, and infectious to be around. And boy, oh boy, he's never quiet in the dugout. And that one zips through to take care of business. So one away here. We just might get an opportunity here to have a look at that front foot of back Jack Beesgrove. I mentioned we got a bit of a slow-mo earlier of the height he gets when he takes off there. There he is, set back and ready to rock and roll now. This one gets away. It's Kahui Bishop. Right field, I mentioned a fine grab running down the right field foul territory line. Here's Jack Beesgrove. He's got about size 286 shoe. That's just the centimetres he comes off the ground when he goes to pitch. Bottom of the second innings. This one comes through right down Main Street. Real gentleman in the game, actually. If you get a chance to talk to Jack, well worth it. Very approachable. Gentleman of the game. One of those players who doesn't try to get too high or too low. Stays at an even balance to be able to perform at the highest level. Rise ball one at the top of the zone. 2-2 the count here. His prescription glasses. And that one will click it on the outside edge. Jack Beesgrove's dotting it up on the outside. So back-to-back strikeouts here. We'll bring up Mason Carey. Some more velocity. The young catcher getting an opportunity and a start here against Mount Albert Ramblers. Carey. Swing and a miss, can't quite catch up to that one. Really got it going on. Fantastic indeed, and great to see. Outside set. And that's close enough, he says. Well, the river is open here for Jack Beesgrove, and that'll take care of business. 3 up, 3 down, all via the strikeout. And we'll be back with the top of the third for the rest of the lineup from Porirua and Mount Albert Ramblers.
From the humble beginnings of a Wellington garage and with a good helping of Kiwi can-do, Resene have been proudly colouring New Zealand since 1946. Environmentally approved quality paints, colours and expert advice, all available at your local Resene colour shop. Our friendly team are here to help you get the best results for your project, with creative colours and innovative paint all made right here in New Zealand. You can rely on Resene to get the job done.
Sometimes virtual reality begs for more reality. Jack Lynx is good with it.
As the sun is setting and the lights are coming on at the ballpark, it's the most romantic time of the day, if you ask me. I love a ballpark under lights. Something about it that just, I don't know, maybe it's a date night, something like that. Where else would you take your date? Bring him to the ballpark. I'll have a good time. Entertainment and romance under lights. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the third innings. Day 2 competition. 2 big boppers in the pool, Mount Albert Ramblers and Porirua. Looking to get that top billing going through to the playoff section starting tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Top 2 from each pool will go into the top 8. You can only get to the grand final if you make the top 8 first. So all happening here, as it'll be number 33, Oscar Clark, top of the shop here from Mount Albert Ramblers, will lead off. This pitch fouls back. Jaden Harris put a good foot forward here. Real workhorse this year. Boy, he's pitched a lot of innings. This one leaps up. Going out of play. So in the hole now, you can see the work on Diamond 2. That's Hutt City United in the field, taking on Auckland's Albany over there. Just underway in the bottom of the first innings. No score on that one. Real good game going out on Diamond 9 right now. This one comes off the bat. Diamond 9 had around about an hour's delay or so from games earlier on in the day. So Auckland Maris and Hutt Valley Maris are locked at 5-all. Look at that replay of Jaden Harris. Boy, he gets some airtime. Not his front foot though, mind you. Just his back foot comes off. 5-all, Hutt Valley Maris and Auckland Maris. Bottom of the 7th inning. So Hutt Valley Maris has got a chance to walk it off down on Diamond 9 at the moment. But loaded bases as well. Oh, it's all on one down. Ball down low. And of course, this year's Men's Club Nationals proud to bring every single diamond, every single game. 5 diamonds, 5 days, 97 games, all live streamed for you. This year, on the Dugout, North Harbour Softball. Softball New Zealand with a perfect partnership. Screwball shot. Sleeks into right field from Clark. It'll go down as a single to right field, but looked a little bit different, didn't it, off the bat, to be fair. Oscar Clark's a threat to run. You can catch all those other diamonds. You just go to the Softball New Zealand YouTube channel. There's a playlist there for the Men's Open Club Championship. Save that playlist. That's my advice to you. And then you can go into that playlist anytime on your YouTube device or TV or whatever the case is, and you'll find all the games from all the diamonds, all the outer diamonds, 2, 10, 9 and 8. That's how they're numbered. They're all one continuous stream all day long. Of course, the big show here as this one pops up. Texas Liga at Auckland. And they'll be stationed. It's a station here, Mount Albert Ramblers. Look at the effort from Damon Creasy. Now super slow-mo Cam. Just about gets there, didn't he? Full effort. Very cool to watch. Hope you're enjoying the coverage, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, our complete privilege on Beyond the Dugout, Softball New Zealand, with the support of our friends at the North Harbour Softball Association. First time association is linked together. We go off and running. And he's safe. No way. Oscar Clark sliding through like the Matrix. How did he do that? Simply outstanding. Hook slide. Here we are on the super slow-mo. Well, I'll go that way first. There he is. Hook slide from Clark. And a tag applied on his back. His feet was in first. A perfect call from the third base umpire, Andy McManus. So 2 runners in scoring position now for the Ramblers crew. Brock Evans down at 2. Oscar Clark down at 3. Batting is Reese Evans. An opportunity to open the scoring here of this very close matchup. And a change of pace is good. And we'll get the first scalp. That'll bring up Jack Beesgrove. I got to be honest with you. When I heard he was batting, I had to ask, does he bat on the right-hand side or the left-hand side? Hard hit ball. That'll come off the glove, and that'll score a run from Beesgrove. And he's safe as well on the bobble. There you go. He bats from the left side, and he bats pretty hard as well. So with 1 away, they'll have runners in the corners down Mount Albert Ramblers. Here comes Clark coming home on the plate. Albert Ramblers touch home plate first. On the dugout, happy to bring you today's broadcast and all of them this week. Really cool to have you along for it. Connor Peter now. He goes to the first pitch. Is it deep enough for a sacrifice fly? We'll find out. Catch is made. He's off and running. They'll go to 2, and they mistake the play at second base. The runner will come in uncontested. Mount Albert Ramblers now. 2 runs on the board. Damon Creasy knew he had an opportunity. If they get the out at second base before the runner touches home plate with his foot, would have been the 3rd out, and that run would have not have scored. Couldn't quite get it executed. Maddox Rice now. This pitch has fouled off. Top of the 3rd innings. 2 heavyweights of the tournament. Porirua in their black and black with Jaden Harris on the hill. Sunglasses, even with the lights on. Sometimes, just like Eddie Murphy, he'd wear sunglasses to the nightclub. Got asked once, why do you do that? Because when you're cool, the sun shines on you 24 hours a day. So there you go. Maybe that's the reason. Alex Rice waiting for an opportunity. Outside. Little nice pitch, that one, actually. It's like a cutter. Cutter away from Rice. Fouls off. The designated runner, Wardrobe, is out at second base to run. Of course, that was Jack Beesgrove. We'll take him out. Don't want to risk him running the bases. Shortstop Kiki will take care of business, but it's not before Mount Albert Ramblers on the back of Jack Beesgrove and Connor Peden. They plate the first 2 runs of the ball game. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Got a beauty balling right here on day 2. Uh,
Sometimes virtual reality begs for more reality. Jack Lynx is good with it.
Well, it was all Krispy Kreme's donuts for the first 2 innings on both sides, and then Mount Albert Ramblers with Beyond the Dugout broadcasting, bringing you these live images from Freeman Field. Yep, the Ramblers, they picked up 2 in the top of the 3rd innings, handed over to Porirua, and it'll be the youngster, Kiki, that'll lead off for Porirua, young Kiharua Langdon Lane. Then Gene Robinson, then back to the top, Damon Creasy, 1, 2, and 3. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. It's a real pleasure to have you along here this evening. First pitch is outside, and I can understand his frustration because he threw about 5 of those pitches outside the zone that got called strikes in the last innings. He's like, can I get it again, please? Can you open the river up? First pitch is a ball. This one's too high, and to be fair, Mount Albert Ramblers are contesting to their heart's content. Tell you what, that's not going to get them anything. There, look at the poise and focus on Beesgrove's face. Hands are up. I've never seen a pitcher happy to not get a strike. Well, he's got one now, 2-1 the count. Rise ball. Young Kiharua says, no thank you. So he's got to hit his count now. Been an interesting season. I've never really seen Mount Albert Ramblers contest too many calls that I have this season, to be fair. But they're passionate for the game, fair enough. All set to go here, young Kiki, Langdon Lane. Big swing up top. Chases the rise ball outside the zone. That'll sit down the first out. Jack Beesgrove, I tell you what, this guy could play basketball. Look at this hang time. Boom, up and down. And then away he goes. So athletic. On the move, Jack Beesgrove. Very impressive. Don't know how legal that front foot is, to be fair, but away he goes. Sometimes you just got to put the plane in, aeroplane in motion. And I tell you what, if anyone knows aeroplanes better than anyone else, he's got his own private jet. It's Robbie Eastape. He brought the Hutt Valley Maris private jet up for the tournament. And, mate, we were just watching from afar. Well worth it with a big win in the end of the game down there on Diamond 9. Tell us about it.
Oh, look, I think tense, to say the least. Both teams really wanted it, and, we had to dig deep, but they dug deep as well. A lot of credit to their team. I think Norpetis, really stuck to his guns as much as he could. He's had a big day. And but our guys sort of rallied going behind a lot, and, at times I think we were kicking ourselves that we made some basic errors. But you stay as a team, stay strong, and we just managed to edge out. But two good teams going at it.
Two good teams going at it indeed. Hutt Valley Maris going victorious 6-5 over their Auckland Maris counterparts. They're on Diamond known to finish a day two. See Gene Lutton go down for the second out here in the innings. Top of the shop now, Damon Creasy will step in to go to the work. Before we leave Hutt Valley Maris and your private jet, mate, where does that leave them record-wise over the first 2 days?
Well, I think, don't quote me on that, but I think that game got us through.
Right.
So,
to the
big
top
game
two?
for us, yeah. And in a very tough section, I have to say, wasn't quite happy with how that draw was done. But
You gotta give someone from the draw committee a ride on your private jet, mate, to get a better draw. But to be fair, you were in the pool of death, and if you come out of the pool of death, normally those teams go on to do very well at the Club National Champs.
Yeah, well, that's you're right there, Chop, and I think what it's given the Hutt Valley Maris boys is that belief in just, it's all about momentum too, isn't it, at the Club Nationals? You get on a momentum, and that's, the rest takes care of it, and it takes a good team to beat you,
Does indeed. So, Hutt Valley Maris potentially through to the top 8 playoff section as we see a swing and a miss on the outside edge. And Jack Beesgrove with his hanging fly time takes care of business here. Look at him go. Look at him go. The jet from Robbie Eastope, and the Hutt Valley Maris can't catch him this high. Hanging up there, that front foot. Loving what Jack Beesgrove does.
From the humble beginnings of a Wellington garage and with a good helping of Kiwi Can Do, Resene have been proudly colouring New Zealand since 1946. Environmentally approved quality paints, colours and expert advice, all available at your local Resene colour shop. Our friendly team are here to help you get the best results for your project. With creative colours and innovative paint all made right here in New Zealand. You can rely on Resene to get the job done.
Well, the lights are on here at Freeman Field, Rosedale Park on Albany's North Harbour, the North Shore of Auckland. Great to have you along for day 2 action. Big game tonight, Mount Albert Ramblers. Porirua, Robbie Eastope, fresh off his private jet, the Hutt Valley Maris private jet. Successful couple of days in the campaign so far, mate. Porirua, Ramblers, when you see their two names on the billing list up against each other, what do you expect to see, Robbie?
Well, look, Porirua have had a good club season so far, got some good names in there. You'd expect them to go hard and be in there, but I'd have to say, personally, I think they'll be disappointed with their form within the Club Nationals, particularly building up prior to that. They'd had a good season. Really, them and Pitpenny Gilburney have been dominant down in Wellington and played some stuff, and they've bashed a lot of teams up, they've got to get in here now and salvage a bit of pride, look, Mount Albert Ramblers, best team in the country, so they've got to have that inner motivation within themselves, personal challenge, a one-on-one game here.
One-on-one game, personal motivation, opportunity, knocks for Porirua. Try and knock off the defending champions from last year. Floyd Nola will lead off for the boys from Mount Albert. Max Earlier will hit second. His brother Ryan will hit 3 here. see the beer gardens open, Robbie.
Well, that's very good, and but I know Beyond the Dugout will have their own personal beer garden, particularly if the managing director of the Beyond the Dugout
It's
would
got anything
actually,
to do with it.
I know his pockets are deep.
His heart's long, that's for sure, large. So we see a nice play to get the out of first base of Nola.
No, I think these past 2 days have been there's been some fantastic softball played, great for our game, and I just seeing it now. There's some really good talent out there, but there's also some of the veterans have also really stepped up within the game.
Sure have indeed, and even the youngsters, and you see that play there from Jaden Harris, having to go to his right-hand side, planted his feet, and made a strong throw over to first. Everything looked textbook in that. And that's great to see these young ones coming along, like Jaden, isn't it?
Yeah, Jaden is definitely one of the boys to look for here. He's really had a big season down in the Wellington comp and within the thing. And the Vic Goof there, I know he was there with, I think PCU Devils.
Right,
right.
Yes, he threw really well in that tournament.
Yeah, threw really well. And he's been rewarded with New Zealand under-23 selection. Great for him.
Isn't it?
Replacing Nopera Tangaroa, but boy, based on today, Nopera was outstanding. I thought he really did the mahi, if you might say. The only pitcher there all day, and he had a long day at the office, but he showed a bit of ticker.
Of course, the son of one of the great pitchers New Zealand's had. That is Chub Tangaroa. So he's learnt. He's got a nice textbook to read, doesn't he, on the game of pitching?
I'm sure he has, and well coached. I think Auckland Maris with Eddie Killasey, but these guys here. At 2-0 at the bottom of the fourth, I know they're cruise mode here, but Porirua can just get, contain the Ramblers and then get in there and just graft away. I know it's up against Besgrove, but hey, you'd love to play them, wouldn't play against them.
Sure would indeed. That one fouls that one off. Day 14 behind the dish. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count. Beautiful evening here. We had not a drop of rain today, Robbie. Pretty happy about that.
No, the breeze has been up, but where we're from, that's good. Yeah.
It's a light zephyr. The ground ball to the youngster, Landon Lane, will take the out of first base.
Love it. Love that boy. I think he's got a big future for the game. Really nice. Soft hands, smooth transfer. Got all the goods, got the range to be able to get there. The next, the next best thing as far as a number 6 player goes and shortstop.
And a swing and a miss at the first pitch he sees from Ryan Early. Saying a little bit earlier, Robbie, you had Ryan Early in commentary one of the earlier games today and asked him a few questions about Mount Albert Ramblers. First was about their dynasty of success they've had over the last kind of 10 years or so.
Yeah.
And he accredited it to, obviously, one, a good club, but good coaching. Nathan Nukunuku, of course, one of the best masterminds of the game. But then the work ethic. He said the work ethic they put in to be the best is what really makes the difference, and they're supported well.
Yeah, I think that's a good point that you make there, Chop. It's all right having the stars and having the good facilities and, having the good coaching. If you're not going to put the time in and practice and be dedicated, no matter how good you are, you're going to get found out. And I think Ramblers is a perfect example of that case. Yes, the club is very well run, they're administrated, they're well looked after, but in turn, they do the mahi. The Tuesday nights, the Thursday nights when,
Yeah.
You could be down the pub or whatever. They're there doing it.
You're
you know?
dead right. Well, and that's the thing with Mount Albert Ramblers. Sometimes it's not just Tuesdays and Thursdays. There's extra days they put in there as well. And they just know to be the best, you've got to perform in the training circle the best.
Yeah,
as
and
well.
look, I think all the clubs want to be where Mount Albert Ramblers are, and they're at the top there. A lot of other clubs will be wanting to gun for them. I know the PCU Devils probably have similar aspirations. Paniki Kilburney comes to mind.
Oh, yeah.
With similar work ethics
Yeah.
and well coached and stuff like that. So, you're going into finals day, the business end of the tournament. There you see a nice strikeout there from Joel Harris. So he'll be confident of that to retire the tough Mount Albert Ramblers.
It sure is indeed. And look at this kid with the big screen in the background here at North Harbour. Front foot is away, a bit of hang time. Get up, kid, get up! The strikeout pitch to finish off the fourth innings. It is 2-0, Mount Albert Ramblers leading. Porirua coming to bat next. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to North Harbour Stadium here. Freeman Field. Don Freeman Field. The Don.
Don Freeman.
Yeah, man, what a great gentleman he was.
Oh,
Him and
yes.
Jack Howe, two of the pillars that started this association way back in the day, Robbie.
Yeah, and, for us that have been around a long time, we remember Don very fondly. How dedicated he was to Rosedale Park in North Harbour too. And he is the optimism of why we've got this fantastic facility, I think.
It is indeed some fantastic volunteers, supporters, and also philanthropists that operate in the North Shore. And we got Don Freeman's name of the Diamond 1 here, so called Freeman Field, and over on Diamond 2, the other great givers to the game of softball here domestically in North Harbour, but also the country, is Bob Leveloff. So Leveloff Field on Diamond 2. I'll tell you what's cool, and you guys have done this as well, of course, down in Hutt Valley, but Diamond 10, so the first ladies' diamond over there, is called the Ronnie Gurney Field.
Nice,
and that went out to public submission and vote, and they overwhelmingly voted for Ronnie Gurney. How cool is that?
Very cool.
Yeah.
The whole setup in Rosedale, look, we were playing on Diamond 10.
Yeah.
It was a great diamond, So, Diamond 9, that's why I had to use the jet to get here, mate.
Lucky you've got the private jet in Hutt Valley, Maris. You're all good.
No. We're all ready to go to church. We all said a prayer after that game.
As you do. Good Maris men. Yeah. To win a bishop now will step in to go to work. Low lifter outside. Great snap on the ball, Robbie. We were trying to get the radar gun going the day before the tournament. Unfortunately, the scoreboard has done its dash. That's why we got a big screen in.
Jack Beathrow there going about his business. Jeez.
Actually, now I think about it, Robbie, I wonder if we can set up the radar gun up here in the booth, unless we can see the measurement of it. And
Yeah,
I said,
well,
we might have to, right?
yeah.
Give it a try.
When it comes to Jack Beathrow, there might not be enough numbers on it.
Yeah, I tell you what, if Jack Beesgrove was driving a car on the motorway as fast as he pitches, he'd be
Yeah.
getting a speeding ticket all day long.
Yeah, anyway.
Swing comes through, and that will tip the bat, and it will be the second out of the innings.
Yeah, he's just prolific speed. For any of the batters there, they're really just trying to be steady, keep ball contact, quick hands, but try and keep your form against a high-speed pitcher like Jack Beathgrove. Is it easier said than done? And look at that. That pitch goes right on the outside, clips the corner, but the projection and location of that pitch, 100% accurate.
Wayne Lolu under lights is something to behold, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Man Mountain, big swing there.
There's the Wayne Laulu big swing that we've all come accustomed to throughout the Wayne Laulu career. What a fine servant he's been for our game. Wayne Laulu.
In the hole here, 0-2 against Beesgrove. That one's even outside of the river. I'll tell you what, Wayne Laulu is going to be the best softballer to be around in the world.
He's a character off the diamond, I'll tell you that. But a breath of fresh air to everyone. What a guy. Tells us good stories.
And drop ball inside will tie him up and take care of business. And that'll do us through 4 complete here. Jack Beesgrove has got a good one going on. Even big Wayne can't catch up to it, but you can with all the coverage from beyond the dugout.
When the radio's on and the sound is hot, you just have to enjoy. There's no way to stop. That's where it sounds from the best every day of the week. Better than all the rest. We let the music speak. All the best throwbacks, 90s and more. The hour drop. All the best throwbacks.
Oh, 2 runs in the top of the 4th innings. The difference here for Mount Albert Ramblers as we go into the top of the 5th. And as you saw before, one of our great sponsors, Northside Plumbing. Great to have them on board beyond the dugout. If you need any plumbing services done here in the greater Auckland area or even outside of Auckland, to be fair, northsideplumbing.co.nz. Look them up. They'll look after you for your plumbing and gas fitting needs. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 5th innings. And Mount Albert Ramblers will, boy, it feels like they go through their batting order almost every innings. It's Oscar Clark third at bat already, Robbie.
Well, Oscar Clark there. Oh, he drills that one straight up the middle. Oscar Clark sends that ball to centre field. Nice start for the Mount Albert Ramblers.
Second hit of the ball game for Clark.
Oh, good player. Good player.
Very good player. It's only a matter of time for he's in the socks, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Brock Evans. Big opportunity for Brock this year with his brother away on his OE, Cole, over in the UK. And he goes at the first pitch. One bounce into the fence. Clark is flying around the diamond. And Ramblers on the back of a triple from Brock Evans will increase the score 3-0.
Fantastic. He really lined that up. Both those batters going at the first pitch, realising that young Jaden Harris just wanted to get that first strike in. Well, they weren't going to give it to them. And they went at those first pitches hard. Really a triple, a 3-base hit allows the Ramblers to score. Great batting.
Good balance on the swing from Evans. He gets rid of that one. Older brother Reese now. Black Sox representative. Told us about what it felt like to win a silver medal for New Zealand, Prince Albert last year, and told us how it was so painful to not get a good result right here at North Harbour, the World Cup before it. And they put the extra effort in and got right in behind new head coach Thomas Markey. Boy, a quick turnaround. Only in 2 years after he got appointed late, 2-year turnaround to get New Zealand back onto the podium. That's impressive, Robbie.
Very impressive, and, I don't think he's had... Oh, there's a nice hit there. Gene Lutton grabs it up and fires it over the two veterans on the corner for the Porirua. Gene Lutton at third base just takes the sting out of that one, throws it over to Wayne Lulu on first to retire the batter. Yes, but I think Thomas Markey has not been given enough credit for what he achieved. You're right, we were down in the dumps. If you had said before that tournament started we were going to take second place, we would have said you're crazy, And so that effort, tactically I thought they were superb, New Zealand.
Oh, New Zealand probably should have got the gold medal. Of course, the Venezuelan MVP star pitcher of the tournament and the grand final tested positive for steroids. It has been banned for 4 years. Participation in the softball knee form around the world. And Marco Pimentel. But Venezuela get to keep the trophy. Don't know how that happens, to be honest with you, but congratulations to them, I guess. I guess it was an opportunity for the WBSC to have some balls, and they chose not to take those in this case. But back to the game here, and congratulations to Thomas Markey. That's what we're talking about, really, because his transformation of the team has been nothing but a miracle.
Yeah, fantastic, and even the players. You've got to really tip your hat to the players as well, because they must have bought into what Thomas was wanting to do there, and they got together, stayed united, and probably a couple of outs away from winning it.
Jack Beesgrove now pulls this one hard. That'll go through the hole, and Jack Beesgrove has driven in 2 of the 4 runs of Mount Albert Ramblers here this evening, Robbie.
Yes, and Mount Albert Ramblers just starting to get some big domination onto the young pitcher Harris. It's a really fearsome batting lineup that they have. And, just go to the professionalism of Ramblers, they're already in the next round playoffs, but they're not going to take it easy on anyone.
Well, they know against a formidable foe, Porirua City United, one of the big bangers on the national scene. Brought a great squad with them this year to Rosedale Park for the championship. This one pitches just outside.
Yes, young Harris here will be really trying to really get in and beat the bat of these big reputation batters, but he's got his work cut out.
What a nice change of pace, and I thought it was only a matter of time before we saw that pitch introduced, that change up. Once they start hitting the ball hard, surely you've got to change something there velocity-wise.
And he has done that, so him and his catcher, Mason Carey, another up-and-coming young player there, they're mixing it around, trying to do everything they can to contain this powerful lineup.
This one pops up. Go back out of a play. Connor Peden, a very experienced hitter. There's some movement in the bullpen for Porirua. Taweta Bishop, the designated player, is loosening up.
Yes, and Porirua has done a bit of pitching throughout this season, as, you know, try and take the pressure off Harris as well.
Off and running on the pitch. Oh, can't quite grab it. Looked like they had him on a bang-bang play. Wardrobe will swipe the base in the end.
Yeah, well, I think that was on there. That throw was pretty good from Mason Carey. Just the glove work of the second baseman there, Ricky Manson, just in and out of his glove. Otherwise, I believe that would have been out.
2 outs here. Lights are in full effect at Freeman Field here now. 2-2 the counts on Peden. Hard hit ball. Lutton holds him back, makes the throw, and they will get the out. I had it as the third out, but it must have been the second. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen.
Gene Lutton doesn't show anywhere near his age. Look at this. Just look at him hit hard by Connor Peden, but just look at the jumps up, looks at, checks the runner, and just throws it over. The veteran Gene Lutton. Aging has got nothing to do with ability as far as he's concerned.
I tell you what, they say wine gets better as it matures. Well, he's a fine Merlot or Cabernet Sauv or maybe a sweet Pinot Noir. Either way, Gene Lutton's pretty impressive in the hot corner. Brings up to bat now. Maddox Rice, the right fielder for Mount Albert Ramblers. Will come through and clip the edge. I'll tell you one thing I've noticed with Jaden Harris, though. 4-0 down, 5th innings, end of the second day. Maybe a bit of fatigue coming in, but he doesn't show it, does he?
No, he's really gone about his work with a lot of determination and grit. Tip my hat off to him.
Same here. So, Harris will lean back. This one fouls back, and the camera felt the blunt of that one.
Wow.
And I think camera 3 is looking the worst for wear, to be fair. I don't know if we'll get too many shots out of that one for the rest. That's not the camera that we're on now, but you can see here, look at that. Whammo! Got an uppercut.
Full-blooded hit of the camera.
So any sponsors out there for the dugout when it comes to the party, we might need to buy a new camera for tomorrow. We'll find out a little bit later after this.
Free beer for anyone that wants to give the camera to Beyond the Dugout. Of course, Beyond the Dugout, not just operating here at Rosedale Park. We all know at Fraser Park, Beyond the Dugout there. Shout out to the crew at Beyond the Dugout there. Let me just tell you this, people that are in Wellington, the beer fridge ain't anywhere near the size as what they've got here. I'll tell you that now. We've been cheated as far as the beer fridge goes.
Well, new addition into OB1, outside broadcasting trailer for Beyond the Dugout. That's down at Fraser Park. It's the opening day of the Women's Club National Championships. And a new addition, it was a bar fridge. But as Robbie East so rightly put, it's not quite big enough for Robbie's appetite.
No, well, very much appreciated.
You're more than welcome, my friend. You're more than welcome.
Oh.
This one pops up. There's a big gap here between the two outfielders, and that'll land in there for Rice. He will grab 2 with ease, and Mount Albert Ramblers will grab another run here. 5 runs to 0, and maybe that change on the hill might be coming sooner than you think, Robbie.
Well, look, Mount Albert Ramblers showing all about why they are the best team in New Zealand. They're going to put any team to the sword. You're going to have to really play well to beat them. Doesn't matter what's at stake. They play the game 100% to win, and you're going to have to play well to beat them.
2 runs in the 3rd innings and 3 runs now coming out of the 5th for the Ramblers side. Floyd Nola, first pitch gets away.
Young Jaden there just straying offline a bit. He's really going to have to get refocused here. He's up against the best, but he is really gone about his work throughout this tournament. Oh, see, I gave him that curse there, but, you know, look at that. He comes in with a beautiful change-up, pulls the strings.
Sure does indeed.
Very good.
That one gets away. Just getting a little loose now from Harris. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 away here. Floyd Nola does not strike out much, Robbie.
Well, I wouldn't think many of the Ramblers players would strike out very much. They'd all be in there, right in the zone. They've been in fine form for the first 2 days of the tournament.
So a little change up here would be perfect right about now. Get the ground over. Gene Lutton in the hot corner. Field it for him to get the last out.
Well, he's fielded everything else.
And can't land this one. And down to first base he goes. So Man Albert Ramblers have got Porirua cornered now. Gino's like, come on, kid, tidy your own mess up first. We'll bring you out the next innings.
Working hard for his team there, just
Sure
trying
is
to
indeed.
really get something out. They just have a bit of a timeout here.
Max early steps in to go to work.
Max, good catcher. Very tidy player. Surname Early, wow.
Says a lot right there.
There's a
doesn't
lot
it?
there. They've done a lot of that family for New Zealand softball, that's for sure. Hilton Early. Ricky, his son.
Megan. This one pops up and goes back.
Megan keeps giving me a hard time
Does she?
about your comments about the robot and, you know.
Oh, you have to see this, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of weeks ago, Hutt Valley hosted the men's Evergreen tournament, and on one of the nights, Hutt Valley put on this massive beer garden, and this one's off the glove at first base. One will come in for Mount Albert Ramblers, and boy, oh boy, just falling their way right now.
Yeah, ball was hit hard. Wayne Laulu, the first baseman, great reflexes just to take the sting off it. Couldn't quite catch it there, and that allows the runners safe at home. Runners move to 3, and a big hard hit to the batter. He gets onto 1.
2 down catcher rule, so Maddox Rice will come out to run at first base. As you see right there, he comes in to touch home plate. So you're not finished, Maddox. Go out to 1 run at first base as well. Anyway, back to the story about the robot. This one pops up. Oh, no. That'll be it and out at centre field. And that'll do the innings. Let me get it in quickly. Evergreen's big beer tent. And they had a challenge for all of the presidents to do a dance-off on the tables in the beer tent. What did Robbie Eastope do, the president of Hutt Valley Softball Association? The robot. Robbie Eastope and the robot getting it going on, baby. Getting it going on.
It wasn't. It was anything but the robot. It was stiff hand Luke to be the crowd. But anyway, we'll leave that story. Megan Early loves that story, so she's had her claim to fame. She lives in the shadow of every other Early. Right.
Don't you ever say that. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Ramblers leading 6-0. Bottom 5 coming up next.
a man or two local, supporting our community is at the heart of everything we do. From the Aotearoa Hospice, Just Silch, and Replay connecting second-hand sports gear, we make giving back our mission. Thank you for all the great feedback with over 1,500 five-star reviews. It's a great reward for our team that their hard work is acknowledged by our customers. And now with the addition of Order Care, we're a one-stop shop. The team are proud to have grown alongside the community, and with your continued support, we look forward to the journey ahead.
From the humble beginnings of a Wellington garage and with a good helping of Kiwi Can Do, Resine have been proudly colouring New Zealand since 1946. Environmentally approved quality paints, colours and expert advice, all available at your local Resine colour shop. Our friendly team are here to help you get the best results for your project, with creative colours and innovative paint all made right here in New Zealand. You can rely on Resine to get the job done.
Sometimes virtual reality begs for more reality. Jack Lynx is good with it.
Oh, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, the night is strong and full of great softball. The lights are on, the wind is blowing, and the runs have been flowing in and out here. 6 runs to 0. It is at the bottom of the 5th innings. Mount Albert Ramblers are leading. Porirua need to get something started before it's too late, Robbie.
Yeah, they really need to really dig deep here and just see what they can muster up. Really, probably rather than just having a look, you really got to probably just be aggressive and go at every pitch, maybe, just to try and get some rhythm and momentum going. Yeah. Hard ass with one of the world's best, Jack Bedsgrove, on the... Oh, what a nice change-up that was. Oof.
Yeah, that's a pitch he's been working on the last couple of years. He hasn't got it perfected yet. He won't mind me saying that. But boy, oh boy, once he does, with the rise ball that he has, that's a tough day at the office. Forenza Bishop be a pinch hitter here for Porirua.
Oh, lucky. That pitch just misses the outside of the plate. Jack Bedsgrove really just taking total control. Probably even looking to try and do a few variation pitches to see what it looks like. He's such in command. And look at that low rising pitch. Tempts the batter, beats the bat, struck out.
Strike right through. If it starts on the leaders, you're no chance. No chance of getting to it. You showed that right now. And another pinch hitter into the ball game, Gavin Peaty. So an opportunity here for the Porirua guys to allow the bench to come in.
Yeah, and good on them because, they realise that we to have the experience to face the best pitcher, one of the best pitchers in the world, give everyone an opportunity to do that. It's a hard ask, but you can say, hey, I faced Jack Bedsgrove there.
This one's down low. An update from Diamond 2. Hutt City United are up 4-0 over the Albion Anteaters. What a name. Anteaters. Wow. That's Albion. They've got a good team. The bottom of the 5th innings over there. We understand the camera is down, so we just got one of our crew going over to attend to it. So if you're wanting to watch Diamond 2, just be patient and we'll get it up and running for you. Won't take them too long. But of
Well,
course,
it's a good win. Oh, well, whilst it's still early days, great Hutt City United. Looks like that might, if they win that game, might be enough to get them through, which is great.
That'll be Hutt Valley Maris, Hutt City United through to the top 8.
Right.
Any other Hutt Valley teams putting their hand up?
Yes, there'll be, obviously, our two teams represented here.
Yeah.
So if me, being a Hutt Valley boy,
And PK.
Panicchio
04.
Bernie from Wellington. So we'll have 3 teams in the Wellington region there.
They're all there or thereabouts, aren't they?
But I have to say, the 2 Canterbury teams at the moment, Pepper Nui and PCU Devils, they're along with Ramblers here. They're
Quality teams, aren't
quality teams, quality teams that you're going to have to play to your best to beat them.
they? 3 balls and 2 strikes, loaded count.
Although other than Ramblers, the other teams, the 2 teams I mentioned, Panicchio Bernie have been similar to Ramblers, but the others are all there or thereabouts.
Fights this one off. And of course, the contenders from Auckland, I haven't caught up with all the results, but I know Northcote, I think, are running undefeated through the first couple of days of play.
Oh, that's great for the local North Harbour Association who, Northcote have been their flagship for a long time.
Oh, Rise ball comes through. You can hear the effort from Beesgroves. He punched that one just with a little more RPM.
Although I have to say, what I saw of the Roosters club, they've had a very good tournament as well. So
Yeah, I haven't caught up with their results so far, Roosters, but I picked them to make the top 8 this year. They've got a good squad. Really do.
well, it's the first pick you've ever got right. So.
Robbie Robots in true form here, ladies and gentlemen. And another pinch hitter comes into the game, Tanya. Landon Lane. I thought you would be an electric slide guy, not a robot.
No. I wasn't even a robot, really, was it?
Were you a breakdancing kid when you were younger?
No, it wasn't really. Sort of dancing wasn't my forte, mate.
Were you just to shake the shoulders?
Yeah.
Like keep the feet still, but just shake the shoulders.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
Well, I bet you whatever moves you had in the day, you had them all flocking looking for you, my friend.
Not nearly as half as yours, mate. I'll tell you that. For you listeners out there, Jason Gerbes, he
Is
had
happily
more,
married for a
he
long,
had more
long time.
grunt off the diamond than what
okay.
he had on the diamond. So if you go back and you see how much grunt he had, I'll tell you, off the diamond was 10 times.
And then through the kitchen sink, that'll stop that story in a heartbeat. We're through 5 complete. Mount Albert Ramblers will be back on the top. Top of the 6th innings. We'll be back too. See you soon.
Sometimes virtual reality begs for more reality. Jack Lynx is good with it.
beyond the dugout. Lace them up and we run out. Step up to the plate, swing away, or you get struck out. Pitcher on the mound like you don't want to face this. Hit it so hard, you be running around the bases.
I'll be on the dugout bringing you back, ladies and gentlemen, at the top of the 6 innings. Great to have you along for us. Marquee matchup on day 2. Porirua City United trailing Mount Albert Ramblers 6-0 at this point. And they will look to try and make an amends. It'll be a pitching change first, Robbie. Young Swade Parker getting an opportunity here.
Great opportunity for Swade to get in there and mix it with the best. Particularly, he's up young and raw in talent, but he's there or thereabouts within the young pitching staff down in the Wellington region.
Well, Mount Albert Ramblers will trade moves on the chessboard, and they'll bring out pinch hitter Devon Carr. And he will take one. Poor old Devon Carr. He's like, thanks, welcome to the ball game. And down to first base he goes by hit pitch.
Nice. Well, not nice, really. I mean, I'm saying he gets his debut and he gets on base.
I didn't know how you were going to dig your way out of that one, Robbie.
Yeah. When I said that, I thought,
I got what you meant. No, congratulations to the young man getting to first base. Top of the 6, no outs, and the Brock Evans. So Carr was into the ball game for Oscar Clark. Oscar's had a great game today. Multiple hits.
It's been a high caliber player.
It's like the head coach from Mount Albert Ramblers. And excuse me if I got this wrong, but they have Kyle Roberts. Roberts' dad. He's over at third base, calling the signals. But over at first base is Reese Early, and I think he's actually the player coach now.
Nice.
They kind of work in a tandem situation. Lance Roberts it is down at third
remember
base.
Lance fondly in his Rambler days. A good hitter.
Boy, he could hit.
Yeah, he could hit all right. And very good off the field too, I'd have to say.
Has he got a good robot, Robbie?
Oh, no. Good man.
He's a police officer, so upstanding citizen. Hard hit ball. Oh, just skids under the glove and over one. And Carr will come in to score Mount Albert Ramblers' 7th run of the ball game. So the margin is 7. They're on the top of the innings. So Porirua will get a right of reply on the bottom, Robbie.
Yep, and Ramblers are really starting to go about their work, as they have all throughout this tournament. But they'll be giving all their players a bit of a run now because the business end is about to start tomorrow morning.
It is indeed. One more time slot around, Robin, at 9 a.m. for some of the teams that still need.
I know Ramblers are up against one of the favourites of the tournament, Hutt Valley Maris.
Yes, of course.
9
a.m. going tomorrow morning.
Favourites as in a religious belief.
Of course.
It
is, I believe. Do you believe, Robbie?
Oh, always.
With your private jet, you look like God in there, to be honest with you, mate.
There ain't no such thing, people. Just so you know. Look at that. Look, Megan Ellie's down there.
There she is. Okay, all right. We'll try and get her on camera shot. And of course, pinch hitter in here now. Look a little dark on the centre field camera. Might have to get that brightened up a bit for you. But it is Kyle Roberts. We're coming in for a pinch hit, a.k.a. Dinger.
Yeah. Love the way this boy approaches everything within the game, but even within his batting, it's I'm here to hit a home run.
Change the paces down low. Don't think you'll see Mount Albert Ramblers move off first base unless it's a hit now.
Yeah.
They play the game the right way. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count on Roberts. He laces this one the other way. Foul but hard hit, Robbie.
Yeah, got a solid bat onto that ball and just sends it hard down the third base line. Foul ball.
What time are you on tomorrow morning, Robbie? Hutt Valley Maris.
I think we're on here.
You're on 1?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure.
Well, I'm looking forward to that.
Don't ask me too many hard questions.
He's been sipping on those cocktails in his private jet between games. It's a long day when you do that, mate. Fly ball out the centre field.
I didn't realise Tui was a cocktail for a start. We're in the box, the commentary box of Beyond the Dugout. There ain't no cocktails here. It's all the budget line beers.
Yeah, there isn't here. But if you go just down the road to your private jet, you've got waitresses serving everyone left, right, and centre. And one day we'll catch a ride on that private jet of yours.
Yeah.
The Ramblers, they're looking pretty good. They've jetted off to a 7-0 lead, and another pinch hitter here into the ball game. And Mount Albert Ramblers have got the most reserves on the bench I've seen in a long time. They've got a DR, and then they've got 7 substitutes on the bench. That's deep.
Well, what happens when you part of a top team, top organisation?
Yeah.
They leave nothing unprepared.
One of the top kids coming through their farm system right now, because that's what they're doing. They're giving the youngsters an opportunity, aren't they, to be amongst it, is Gabriel Tahitahi, who's batting now.
Nice. So anyway, Chop, who's your prediction for the final?
Oi.
Sunday. Come on, put your money on the line.
Oh, well, I'm happy to do that. No, if that's the question.
That's
Without
never
a doubt.
been.
No, it's not a problem. Not a problem.
What, you're happy to put your money on the
Yeah.
line?
Yeah.
Well, you
no,
don't.
no.
You never have before.
I'll take a wager. Well, it's got to be short odds for Mount Albert Ramblers. I think we both agree with that.
Yeah.
And my heart says Northcote, of course.
Well, they on their day.
If you ask me, the 2 best pitchers in attendance are at Mount Albert Ramblers and PCU Devils out of Christchurch, Liam Potts. So even though they've got a young squad, PCU, I see them going a long way in this tournament. So if I was to pick 2 finalists, it would be PCU Ramblers. 2 lefties on the mound.
I'm going to be different and say PCU Devils,
Yeah.
Paniki Kilburnie.
Well, to be fair, they recruited the Japanese hurler, Onishi Tiger, and boy, that kid can throw.
I know it's a big call to leave out the Mount Albert Ramblers. You know, sometimes getting into that playoff situation, you know, who wants it more? And I know they've got the target on their backs all the time, haven't they, Mount Albert Ramblers? And sometimes the motivation for the opposition might just squeeze them by. But I probably be wrong, and Mount Albert Ramblers are there. They're certainly deserving of it, aren't they?
Well, I think the big difference with the New Zealand Club Nationals compared to some other tournaments, this, like the ISCs as an example, is it's 2 games a day minimum. And so pitchers are going to be seen a lot as they work their way through a 5-day tournament. So even though Jack Beesgrove is as wonderful as he is, and majestic with his ability, quality hitters that are at this tournament are going to adjust against him. So the pointy end of the tournament, he's got to lift because they will lift against him for sure.
For sure. And I know at the Vic Goose tournament, those 2 teams battled it out. That was a fantastic final.
Sure was, wasn't
even
it?
though it was only 1 run in it, but tactically you saw some very good decisions made there. Everyone was both coaches were trying to outdo one another. Some hit and run plays, you know, short game, you know, just to manufacture a run to win it.
Swing and a miss. And I think if you're asking me about strengths and weaknesses, Robbie, if we look at from a coaching standpoint, PK, without a doubt, one of the best coaches in the world, with Thomas Marker at the helm there. So they've got a real opportunity to go a long way, don't they?
They sure have, and I've been very impressed how they've gone about their season.
Yeah.
You know, down in the Wellington competition, the intercity competition.
Won both titles this year.
But the discipline and how they approached every game, they didn't just take it for granted and just turned up. They always wanted to try things here and there, leading up to this tournament. And I think they'll be good. You know, I like the way they're looking. You know, don't get me wrong, Ramblers here, they're the favourites.
No, Ramblers going to get through through Hutt Valley Marist at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Ooh. Maybe that could be a grand final.
Well, it will be tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Fair enough, bud, fair enough. See a strikeout of pincher to Zeth Bourgeois. And just for good measure, I don't want to leave anyone else on the bench. And Brendan Korpu-Lowison will get an opportunity here.
It's great. Great to see and great for these players here. Playing for a great club, but this is the limelight spotlight of our national game, and to be part of that, great. I love it. The profile is great for our softball.
Swain Parker continues on the hill here for Porirua. The first pitch, swinging.
Wow. Nice swing.
Brendan Korpu-Lowison will foul back onto the roof of the stadium.
So let me ask you this, Chop.
Yep,
We're talking
sure.
baseball, but
Yep.
what team do you hate the most in baseball?
Well, firstly, Robbie, I don't hate anyone or any team. That's not going to happen, without a doubt. Even when I played softball, I had definitely had good battles and
the baseball season is coming, so that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, it sure is. It sure is.
You know,
Which team would I hate in baseball? I don't hate any of them. But if I was to hate one, it wouldn't be the Padres because I like them. They obviously got a Kiwi in the helm of their high performance unit, so they're one of my faves. I suppose it's the Yankees.
yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, and that's got nothing to do with the Yankees because I love what they do.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, the lights has got it.
Wow,
And
the
that'll-
wind really took that away, and finds a Bishop there. Thought he was going to get under that, but the wind, like you said, just got away from him.
Yeah.
And that, that ball was always should have been caught, but the wind playing havoc for the players.
Swirl around a little bit on them.
Yeah, well, I knew you were going to say the Yankees because
Well, I suppose so.
You know,
Only because
you're-
they were so dominant. They're not anymore, so
you're
they can't be a...
You're a cheap-ass Dodgers
Oi!
fan.
Whoa! Well, I guess we'd have to ask you what team you hate, mister.
No, I don't hate any of those teams.
Now you don't hate them.
I just love the game of baseball
Fair
and
enough.
softball.
Same.
It's coming into the American baseball season.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, really looking forward to it too. Of course, fantasy baseball about to kick off, and we're going to draft, I think, next week or whatever it is. I planned for our draft. And you guys got a big fantasy
Yes, we
baseball
have. Yeah.
crew, don't you?
Boy, they really. I just wish they'd show more enthusiasm when they played.
Oh,
No, all good.
yeah, it is indeed.
It's something to do and
Ooh.
that camaraderie.
Talking
between
about
the
baseball, yesterday, Italy beat USA in the WBC.
Yeah,
WBC.
Big call, eh?
Wow.
Yeah.
8-6 or something like that, the scores. But, they got out to about a 4 or 5-0 lead, did Italy.
Yeah.
Undefeated. How about that?
Ooh,
Tell you
big
what,
cut. Ooh, who's this?
the Americans will not be happy about that result.
Well, good on them.
Number 99 now into the game. Is it not? Yes, 99. That's Floyd Nola. I think
Floyd Nola.
they've loaded bases. And he hits that hard. One will come in, two will come in, and they'll be stationed after that. So Mount Albert Ramblers looking the business, Robbie. What can you say about them, mate?
Well, absolute precision and accuracy, relentless to say the least. Mount Albert Ramblers, they bring in their players, but they all have that great eye-to-ball combination there that really just sends that ball into the outfield, showing no mercy in their opposition there. Great play. Number 2 there, Max Early just grounds out to the second baseman, throws it over to the first base to retire the Mount Albert Ramblers, but they go to the bottom of the 6th. Ramblers 9, Porirua 0. We'll be back after this break.
Being a Manawatu local, supporting our community is at the heart of everything we do. From the Aotearoa Hospice, Just Silch, and Replay connecting second-hand sports gear, we make giving back our mission. Thank you for all the great feedback with over 1,500 5-star reviews. It's a great reward for our team that their hard work is acknowledged by our customers. And now with the addition of order care, we're a one-stop shop. The team are proud to have grown alongside the community, and with your continued support, we look forward to the journey ahead.
From the humble beginnings of a Wellington garage and with a good helping of Kiwi Can Do, Resene have been proudly colouring New Zealand since 1946. Environmentally approved quality paints, colours and expert advice, all available at your local Resene colour shop. Our friendly team are here to help you get the best results for your project. With creative colours and innovative paint all made right here in New Zealand. You can rely on Resene to get the job done.
Well, it's been a story this evening, a story of courage, determination, and just a fighting spirit to be the best in the country. Mount Albert Ramblers have shown their wear. 2 runs in the 3rd innings, 4 in the 5th innings, and 3 insurance runs in the top of the 6th. 3 outs away, Robbie, from what will mark a clear indication or clear message to the rest of these clubs that are here this week. If you want to beat the best, you've got to take out the best.
Yep, and certainly tonight, you know, they could have really rested Besgrove. They could have just played it out. It wouldn't have been such a big thing. But they kept their standards. They wanted to get Besgrove out there, a bit of time on the mound, getting him ready. And they showed that. Mentally, top-notch, prepared team, really focused, and they'll be hard to beat.
It'll be hard to beat indeed as that one comes through the zone. Full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes on the young shortstop from Porirua, Kiharoa Landon Lane. There's that rise ball, untouchable at the top of the zone, isn't it, Robbie?
Yeah, untouchable. Great experience for young Kiki there to get in there and face the best. So I'm sure he'll remember. I know he struck out there on that rise pitch, but to get in there and take your cuts against the best, good on him.
Good on him indeed. And Jack Besgrove may have given a bit of stick about lifting his front foot like that there earlier in the day. But you've got to tip your cap to Besgrove. He's a fine athlete, isn't he, on the mound?
I'm going to mention that foot movement there because they play Hutt Valley Marathon at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm going to say to the umpires that's illegal.
Yeah, okay. I'd bet your private jet on it, you will, my friend.
Whether they take any notice of that is probably irrelevant, isn't it?
And Lutton tries to pull that rise ball around, and 1 ball and 2 strikes the count now. Or Gene Robinson, listed as.
Gino, I'll tell you what, he struck out there, but, you know, he's been around the game a long time and he's played at the very best. He still keeps his standards the same.
Doesn't he?
You know, he could easily just go into coaching and retirement, but he still has the passion and energy to play the game, and he plays it well.
Game on Creasy now with 2 outs. The bottom of the 6th, trailing by 9. He was at the first rise ball he sees. Gene Lutton, double international, played for New Zealand and Samoa. Outside pitch.
Is he facing a no-hit pitch game?
I'd love to say I've kept my scorebook tidy enough to tell you that.
I believe he is, but I might be wrong. Goes on the outside.
Wants that pitch on the outside,
Yeah.
doesn't he? I think it probably is a no-hit, but only because why would he still be out there, to be fair? That one fouls back. Mate,
Well-
I've got to take my hat off to the rest of the clubs. Yesterday's weather was atrocious. I think it's the worst day I've seen at North Harbour where soccer was played in. And
Yeah.
every team got their games through yesterday.
Yeah.
You got to give all the players and coaching staff credit for that.
Yeah, good point. And I think, everyone was committed to it. Even the officials.
Yeah.
They must have found it really hard, and but they stuck to their guns. So kudos. Kudos to the players and the officials there and the coaching. At times it was really blustering, the rain coming down, but the artificial pitches here at North Harbour allowed that
Yeah,
to
brilliant.
take place.
Change of pace, can't get it to land, and I think only about the second or third base runner for Porirua, all on walks. And that'll hand it over to Ollie Smith now.
Oh, Ollie Smith, I got a lot of time for this lad.
Yeah.
I think he's got a big future in the game. He really has got a good eye, bats well, up against the best. But I like the way he approaches the game.
Now, wait a minute, before this game finishes, because we're only about a couple of strikes away from that happening, you asked me about my pick and you set a wager. We never set a wager. How about this? Northcote, Hutt Valley Maris, who finishes higher at the end of the tournament? That's the bet.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, and the wager's $100. You're live on air, Robbie. You've got the private jet. You've got a $100 bill in every cocktail glass up in there.
Oh, my God.
Hutt Valley Maris, Northcote, who finishes higher?
All right.
In the tournament.
All right.
Sound good?
Yep, sounds
Done.
good.
All right, and
Yeah.
if one of our teams is successful to go through and to win the national titles, we see this one finish, maybe we look at up in the ante a little. We'll go back to that later.
I know what it is.
Yeah?
Down in the 04,
Yes.
they get a bigger fridge than what they have already. There you go.
There you go. They got a bigger bar fridge in the OB trailer
Yeah.
in the 04. Look at Bees Grove finish this one off. Poetry in motion. The big fella. The rise ball's been untouchable tonight. It really has. Congratulations to Mount Albert Ramblers. Congratulations to Porirua. A fantastic game, but Mount Albert Ramblers just too strong in the day. 9 runs, 2 in the third, 4 in the fifth. 3 in the 6th. Robbie, your thoughts on the MVP as I come back to you in just a moment. Porirua, heads up. They've got a great crew, plenty of work to come for sure. But with the experience of Gene Lutton, Wayne Lolu, Damon Cressy, a true international, Zach Boyd's around there somewhere as well. The Bishop boys, plenty of good stuff to come from Porirua. Mate, your thoughts on MVP?
Oh, look, you can't go past the man on the mound, can you? I mean, it was just a majestic display from him. It's great to watch him in action live. It is great. And so, Jack Beesgrove, fantastic. I tip your hat off. But I tip my hat off to the Mount Albert Ramblers team. Some great hitting as well. Oscar Clark there doing a great service there.
You get one MVP, Robbie.
Yeah, but I'm going to go for Jack Beesgrove.
Okay, there you go. Number 56, Jack Beesgrove. The starting hurler for Mount Albert Ramblers drives in 2 runs and throws a complete game shutout. Maybe a no-hitter. Sorry, Robbie kind of distracted me with the size of that beer fridge in the behind us there during this game. But a great game nonetheless. Congratulations, Mount Albert Ramblers. Congratulations, Jack Beesgroves. Watch out in the morning, though, because maybe it is the entree to the grand final. It'll be Hutt Valley Maris taking on Mount Albert Ramblers at 9 a.m.
Wow, you never know. And I'll be looking forward to that chopper at 9 a.m, a bit early, but, for us dedicated softball lovers. Thanks, everyone out there. Look forward to day 3 of the Men's Interclub Nationals. Thank you very much for having me.
Cheers, you're welcome, Robbie. Thank you all for your attendance this evening. We've loved having you on day 2, and he's so right. Day 3's coming up. More action live here from Freeman Field, the 2026 Men's National Club Championship. Beyond the Dugout brings it to you. Thank you to the whole crew today. It has been a mammoth job. Fantastic. We'll see you all tomorrow. Pomari e ka kite anō. As a big swing from Wayne Laulu. Hard up the middle, and it's straight into Beesgrover's glove. Fantastic from the Australian hurler defensively. Look. Hard hit ball, here comes Kiki, 1. And Manson will just take care of 1 pitch. Fielder's choice for Floyd Nola. 6-4, keeping score at home. Max Early now. Off and running on the pitch. And he'll get 1, looking for 2. Nola going to 3. And he pace here. The throw just off to the left-hand side, away from Manson, the second baseman. And then Nola, he doesn't hesitate here, does he? Up and running. Head down, arms pumping, legs driving. Safely at third base. This one lifts up. Coming a long way, Bishop, and he will make the grab. Fine work by the right field. And that one zips through to take care of business. Outside set. And that's close enough, he says. And we'll be back with the top of the third for the rest of the lineup from Porirua and Mount Albert Ramblers right now. This one comes off the bat. Diamond 9 and Ellie Marissa looked at 5-all. Look at that replay of Jada. Soppel, New Zealand with a perfect partnership. Screwball shot. Sleeks into right field from Clark. Of course, the big show here as this one pops up. Texas Liga at Auckland. And they'll be stationed. It's a slow-mo cam. Just about gets there, didn't he? Full effort. Very cool to watch. Hope you're enjoying the coverage, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, it's linked together. We go off and running. And he's safe. Slide from Clark. And a tag. Hard hit ball. That'll come off the glove. And that'll score a run from Beesgrove. And he's safe as well on the fly. We'll find out. Catch is made. He's off and running. They'll go to 2, and they mistake the play at second base. Come on, Creasy. Knew he had an opportunity if they get the out at second base before the runner touches home. Shortstop Kiki will take care of business. Down. And then away he goes. So athletic. On the move. Right. Hanging up there, that front foot. Loving what Jack Beesgrove does.
I know his pockets are deep.
His heart's long, that's for sure, large.
Look at it. It's outstanding. I thought he really been up, but where we're from, that's good. Yeah.
It's a light zephyr. The ground ball.
He is the optimism of why we've got this fantastic good stories.
And drop ball inside will tie him up and take care of business with all the coverage from Beyond the Dugouts. And he goes at the first pitch. 1 bounce into the fence. Clark is flying around the diamond. And Ramblers on the back of a triple from Brock Evans.
He's had, here's a nice hit there. Gene Lutton grabs it up and fires it over.
Yeah. Pulls this one hard. That'll go through the hole. And Jack Beesgrove has driven in 2 of the 4 runs of Mount Albert Ramblers here this season.
It just goes to the professionalism of Ramblers. They're already in.
Hard hit ball. Lutton holds him back. Makes the throw. And they will get the out. I had this one fouls back. And the camera felt the blunt of that one. Well, this one's off the glove at first base. 1 will come in for Mount Albert Ramblers. And boy, oh boy.
The first baseman, great reflexes just to take the sting off it. Couldn't quite catch it there. And that allows the runners safe at home. Runners move to 3 and big hard hit for the better. It's on to 1.
Maddox Rice will come out to run at first base, as you see right there. He comes in a robot. This one pops up. Oh no! That'll be it and out at centre field. That'll do. Hard hit ball. Oh, just skids under the glove and over 1. And Carr will come in to score Mount Albert Ramblers' 7th run. He's been sipping on those cocktails in his private jet between games. And he hits that hard. 1 will come in, 2 will come in, and they'll be stationed after that. So
2 there, pace.
Change of pace, can't get it to land, and I think only about the 2nd or 3rd base runner for Porirua. This one off. Poetry in motion. The big fella. The rice ball's been